National Bank came up with staggering housing statistics today. It now takes 67% of the average monthly income to pay bills on the average home. In fact, the average mortgage payment for a new home in Toronto is now $7,000. And that's if you can afford the home, because it takes now 27 years for the average person to save up for the down payment on that home. How is it possible that the average Canadian cannot afford the average home here in the nation with the second biggest supply of land anywhere on earth?
The Honourable Minister for Housing.
We know that one of the main challenges facing the housing market is enough housing supply. We have the fastest growing population in the G7, but very little supply. That's why we introduced the Housing Accelerator Fund, to work directly with municipalities to increase and double the new construction of housing in the country. We're also introducing a new innovative rent-to-own program and putting together a first-time home buyer tax-free savings account of $40,000, as well as doubling the first-time home buyer's tax credit, Mr. Speaker. Those are real actions that they voted against.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mais la seule chose qu'ils ont doublé.
The only thing they doubled was the cost of housing. The cost of houses has doubled since this government and this Prime Minister took office. And the inflationary spending with the money they printed has further inflated the price of housing. And now with interest rates, mortgage payments are even more expensive. And the vast majority of Canadians cannot even dream of owning a home these days. When will this government change its inflationary practices and allow municipalities to build housing so that Canadians can have quality homes? The Honourable Minister.
Speaker, the biggest gatekeeper against municipalities building more housing supply is the Leader of the Official Opposition, because he voted against the Housing Accelerator Fund, a fund precisely to invest in more housing supply, Mr. Speaker. And when we're talking about first-time home buyers, $40,000 tax-free savings account, the Leader of the Official Opposition directed his team to vote against it, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, these are real efforts at making sure that more and more Canadians can access the dream of home ownership. But the fact of the matter is, they talk about gatekeepers. They're the biggest gatekeepers. They're not serious about this issue. They don't have a plan. It's been 300 days since he became leader. No